Hello everyone, we're going to do a grow house or greenhouse update because I haven't done one in a while and I was asked if I would. So here we are, we're at the greenhouse slash grow house, whatever it is you want to call it, hoop house, I don't know, call it whatever you want. We call it a greenhouse because green things go in there to become more green. So I'm going to flip you around, I'm going to show you what has changed, what has been updated on this since its original building in, I believe, October of 22.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
I think that's when I built it. I think that's right. So we'll show you what has been updated on it, and specifically I was asked to give an update on heating, which I still believe is one of the it's one of the big downfalls of greenhouses, and many people we see do not talk about it. So we'll go over that, and hopefully it'll be helpful for you and get something out of it. Now, one thing that I just accomplished a couple weeks ago was making this screen door to go in the doorway. I waited far too long to make one of these, and I really, it's pretty simple. It's the same screen door mesh that you would get for a screen door on your house. I have it just stapled for now. I may do another lap board here over the rest of it to help it stay, keep its tension. Other than that, it's just a very simple, what I did was I had an old 4x4 that I just ripped into a bunch of pieces, just did some half laps and put it together that way. It's nothing fancy, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, but the big purpose for that is to keep the bugs out when it is super hot and we need to keep the door open like today. Now, normally I would have Crystal in here to kind of give you an update as to what is growing in here. I know she has some stuff going actually directly in the ground for the first time. She did these either in I think she did these late fall. And these have not died all winter. And we had a brutal winter this year. And I think what most people are going to be curious about in here is the actual stove. As you can see, it's not currently on because that would be weird. But one of the things that we have in this grow house that has been so beneficial has actually been this heater, this BioGreen heater, and the thermostat that goes with it, which has been so helpful. The nice perk about this heater is that typical heaters, electric heaters, when they turn on, they spike on and they spike off. I will try to overlay a graph here. I have a thermometer in here like I do so many other places. One of these little Govee Bluetooth thermometers and a hydrometer that you can actually see on the graph. It actually gradually turns on and it gradually turns off. So this way it actually creates a better environment for whatever plants are in here. This way they're not getting shocked with heat and then shocked with cold. It gradually heats up and gradually cools down, which is, that has been amazing in here. Yes, as intended, this rocket stove is not being used nearly as much as I hoped it would be. And the main reason why is its heat retention. It sheds the heat very quickly, and therefore it doesn't, it may be, if I were to get this really roaring to about 450, 500 degrees, that may last, it may 2 hours-ish. You know, because of the opening, I can only put so much in there. I can't put full logs in there, so it doesn't actually, you don't get to put a lot of fuel in it. Now, what I will say is when late winter, when Crystal was out here prepping a lot of the stuff that you now see when she was doing some of her seedling work and up potting and whatnot, I would light up the stove, and it lights up very quickly, and it puts a nice heat in here for her to work, so that she could do all of these things and not be freezing out here without turning on that heater. The other reason being for that is this extension cord I also use for maple syrup. So if it's not in here, I just run it over to there. So she needed the fire when I was in here because there's no extension cord in here. So that's why that works. Now with what we do on the really hot days, like what anybody does, we have a window that pops open, throw a fan, and that fan is blowing outward to kind of keep the air moving in here. But as far as the heat, this thing has been so beneficial. Absolutely love it. We have it set, I believe the lowest it will allow it to be in here is 39. I don't think it's gotten below there. And this is, I think, our second or third year of having it, and it's been great. And I also have it hooked up to little cost analysis, whatever you want to call it. So cost per watt. And since plugging it in this year, it has only cost us $21.56. And again, we've had some really, really cold nights. And you can see it's currently 64 in here. But that's it. That's really the update for inside the greenhouse. This doesn't get used a whole lot during the summer because of how hot it gets in here. But Crystal really wanted to utilize this space more during the winter, which is why this stuff, we had fresh lettuce and spinach, I believe that's what's in the ground. I don't pay attention. So we had some fresh greens all winter long, which was pretty crazy considering it got down into the negatives here a few nights. We had days where the high for the day was like 15. It was brutal. It was pretty brutal. So they did really well in here. But this little BioGreen heater, which I'll have a link down in the description if you want to check that out and purchase it, I cannot recommend it enough. It is specially designed for greenhouses. That's why we bought that. And for this space, which is 8 by 12, it is absolutely perfect. So I cannot recommend it enough. It doesn't cost a lot to run, and it's quiet, super quiet too. Not that you live out in your greenhouse, but yeah, it's the one thing about greenhouses that I feel not many people talk about is heating it. You always get the videos of people being out in their greenhouse going, oh, it's so hot out here and it's 32 degrees outside. Yeah, because the sun's up. But when the sun ain't up, it's not going to be as warm. So you either have to come out here and put insulation over everything, or you have to have some sort of heat source. Again, that stove has been fantastic when we do use it. It works beautifully, fires up real fast, gets warm in here super fast. So it's been great. I think what I want to do, and Crystal and I have talked about it, is I want to just get a nice little potbelly stove and put it in here, an old potbelly stove they find on Marketplace. That cast iron will radiate a little bit longer. I can put bigger pieces of wood in there. It takes up about the same amount of space. The only thing I'd have to do is change where the chimney goes, and that's not really, I'm not in a hurry to do it. I have it the way it is. It works the way it is, so I think I'm just gonna leave it. And but this year, what we've been doing is when she's out here and it's cold and she needs a heat source to be able to work in, I'll fire that up. And then during the night when it gets cold out, that heater is all we need. And it's been working really well. So that's really it. That is our update. The plastic on this is still doing really well. A couple little tears, but that was because of me with a mower or the weed whacker. I don't remember what it was, but nothing crazy. And I had to put a couple extra supports in here because like our whole house, our whole property is on a hill, so I didn't build it 100% level. But other than that, it's been working really well, and I cannot recommend doing this enough. If and when we ever move, I'll be building another one, probably longer. I will probably build it longer and a little taller is the only thing I will do, even though it's fine for me to walk in here at 6'2". So that's all I got. If you have any questions about the grow house, greenhouse, I'll put the link to the plastic in the description as well too. I don't remember offhand, but I know I have it in my email. So I'll put that in the description. The cattle panels, you can just get at your local Tractor Supply. The lumber is, I think, all in all, even with the plastic, this whole thing, I think I maybe have $400 into it, like total. It's not bad at all. So we want to make some changes, like shelving in here and whatnot to be able to grow more, but little steps at a time. Crystal's, that's on her. She asks for it, I build it. That's how it works. So that's all I got. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. And hopefully I can get Crystal out here to do a video with the actual green parts. The only green that I deal with is the lawn and garlic. And the garlic is grown outside. So, all right, that's all I got. Take care.